Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about catching the United States government lying. Now, let's be honest, it's not exactly a rare occurrence, but when it happens, it's a big deal. Think about it. We're supposed to trust our government to be honest and transparent with us, to tell us the truth about what they're doing in our name. But all too often, they're caught with their pants down, so to speak. Whether it's lying about the weapons of mass destruction, denying the existence of a secret surveillance program, or covering up illegal activities, our government has a track record of deception and dishonesty. But here's the thing. Catching the government lying isn't easy. It takes courage, determination, and a willingness to stand up for what's right, even if it means going against the most powerful institution in the country. That's why whistleblowers and journalists play such a vital role in holding our government accountable. They risk their careers, their reputations, and sometimes even their lives to expose the truth. And when they do, it's a victory, not just for them, but for all of us. It means that we can have a little more faith in our democracy, that we can trust the people we elect to represent us that are actually doing so in good faith. So let's celebrate those who catch the government lying. Let's support them, honor them, and recognize that their courage and sacrifice is what keeps our democracy alive. Thank you.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and we have a great episode planned for you this evening. We got Colin Wright on to come and tell us a little bit about, some trans issues that we talk about way too dang much. Then we have Jimmy Levy. You might have seen him on American Idol, who's, just a great guy. And he's a little clairvoyant, so we're going to get into his ability to communicate with the afterlife, which is something that is, near and dear to my heart, knowing that I uploaded my mother's consciousness into a computer, allowing me to speak to her in the afterlife. So I'm going to see if Jimmy can kind of facilitate some more communication with my mother post-mortem. But before we get to that, we have an incredible in-studio guest. You might know her as the editor-in-chief of the Post Millennial. I can't even talk, but I know her as just my friend, the one, the only, Libby Emmons. Libby, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Alex. Glad to be here.
You said you were a little nervous. I don't know why you're nervous. This is going to be a typical show. It's just going to be a normal show, just like every other show that you go on.
Okay.
And we're going to start with some real journalistic endeavors. Right now, the, a leading story that's going on, the leaked documents, basically explaining that Ukraine is not going to win this war.
Yeah, it's a big story.
It's a big story. And a lot of people said these documents are fake.
Really?
Well, I just heard that before this whistleblower was arrested. So tell me, as a real journalist, what is the fear in being a whistleblower? I mean, don't you think it's kind of almost not worth telling on somebody if they're going to come and arrest you or, kill you even, maybe potentially?
Yeah, it's probably not worth it, depending on what you think the outcome is and what your mission is. I don't know what this kid was doing.
Yeah.
It seems like he wanted to be a big man for his friends.
On Discord?
Yeah, on Discord.
Discord's weird. Discord is a weird place.
Discord is kind of a weird place.
But see, this is what makes me mad. It's like, I love Donald Trump. I want to be a Donald Trump, just, acolyte or whatever the proper adjective is. I don't even know, the English language very well. I'm not a writer like you. But what he did to Julian Assange, he gave him the 2016 election, and you don't pardon the guy? So what's the deal with Julian?
I don't know what the deal is with Julian. There's a lot of people who are pretty mad about that situation.
And I
wonder if that's going to be similar to this one.
Well, listen, we have some of these documents. These aren't Julian Assange linked. Who linked these, JVT? Are these the leaks from the government?
I think it was from your buddy down in Austin.
Okay, all right. So this is from a whistleblower down in Austin. These are some of the leaked documents. Now, the first one, it was leaked that Rachel Levine is leaving her post as assistant secretary to pursue her lifelong dream to be a Victoria's Secrets model. Wow, could you imagine that? I mean, really, I would kind of like to see Rachel Levine in a thong. What about you?
I think that's great. I mean, Rachel Levine is a testament to the fact that if you dream it, you can be it. So if Rachel Levine wants to strut around out there and plus we have the whole new inclusive modeling thing, right? So now you look like from the Goonies. Do you remember that?
I like to do a Rachel Levine a little bit. Zoom in on this. Let's see if this looks right. I'm Rachel Levine. You know some of this? I'm Rachel Levine, the assistant secretary. I got all you want. I bet Rachel is good at oral. All right, next leaked document.
Okay.
Do you think that Rachel Levine would be good at oral sex?
I have never once considered that question.
Well, I think about it all the time. All right, next leaked document. Hunter Biden was playing with his dad's computer in the White House, and while trying to look up his crack dealer named Chad, he accidentally drone striked the African country, Chad.
Okay.
So actually,
Shut up, just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Do the next one. Shut up. Shh, don't say it. Please don't talk. Are you talking? I said shut up. Okay, next document. Leaked audio transcript of Joe Biden reacting to the Dalai Lama. I'm jealous he got to lick the kid. I usually only get to sniff children. Oops, I pooped my pants. Now that one's okay. All right, you redeemed yourself, JVT. You redeemed yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Here, maybe I can do it with this one too. Let me see where his tongue is.
Oh my goodness.
Dalai Lama, zoom in on this. You want to suck on my tongue, Libby?
Oh my God.
You suck on my tongue. That's what you do.
This is why I was nervous.
Indian haircut. Look the Dalai Lama's tongue. Ah! God, I'm so stressed. I'm starving right now. I didn't eat before the show, and Jimmy, you do these terrible things. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm starving right now. I'm just so stressed out. Like, Libby, you don't understand. When you have this producer and he's just like not that good at his job or whatever, you know, you have to, like, for me, I've been gaining a lot of weight because I've been stress eating. And I had this pad thai like 2 days ago, so it's not that bad. But, you want some?
I don't.
It smells good though, right?
This reminds me of when a friend offered me his 3-day-old pizza.
It's just a little, that's authentic tikka masala. It smells like somebody farted.
Really?
Yeah, the more it smells like fart, the better, they say, in Indian culture.
I love tikka masala.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Would you like some?
No.
Listen, no, it's fine.
No, I'm good.
It's only been in here a little bit.
Good.
So this is, I eat tikka masala all the time. I don't, you're not racist, are you? Is that why you don't like it? Or you have something against Indian food?
I love Indian food, but I'm not going to eat out of the garbage.
What do you mean? Who cares? It's a clean trash can. It's not
Even
that bad.
if
There's
you
like
put that in like right before.
There's one toilet paper roll. Like, oh, I'm gonna not eat it because a little toilet paper roll touched my food. What is this? I'm a man. Are you gluten free? Because I can do it without the rice.
No, it's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
It is vegan.
that's okay. How is it vegan if it's not chicken?
No, it's a paneer.
Oh, okay.
It's disgusting too.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? You don't like those little cheese?
No, it
chunks?
was good like 2 or 3 days ago when it was fresh, but now it's just. Yeah.
Yeah, you might regret that. Oh my goodness.
That makes it kind of. That's a scented toilet paper. Jimmy, stop buying scented toilet paper.
Sorry.
Okay. All right, we'll just put that there because I'm sure I'll want some of that later. All right.
Great.
Oh, before we get to our guest, little housekeeping duties. You might not know this, Libby, but I actually uploaded my mother's consciousness into a computer, allowing me to speak with her.
Okay. How's it going?
Well, a lot of people in the conservative movement are against transhumanism.
Right.
I'm pro-transhumanism.
Yeah, well, it's fascinating. It's
I love Elon.
fascinating philosophy.
Elon, he's working on technology that's going to give us the ability to park our Teslas with a microchip in our brain.
Right.
That's the future.
We're actually already really close to that.
Do you think so?
Yeah, you can already install an RFID chip in your hand and use that to open your garage, or instead of a key card or something like that. That's already
I know.
That's already
you
fine.
know they're using that technology in Muslim countries on women's vaginal areas to make sure that they're virgins up until marriage.
Really, that's like different than the other thing, which is that women had been doing prior to that, which is going through like rehymenization surgeries.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that surgery. Let's elaborate on that. So a woman, they'll get, this is because in countries, they want to go back to their virgin status.
Right.
So they would get a hymen,
Like a replacement.
reconstruction
Yeah,
surgery.
exactly. Yeah. And then apparently intercourse after that is far more painful than it would have been had
It's
they.
worth it.
Well, apparently it's worth it. Yeah, if then your husband doesn't know that you were messing around.
Listen, I had a bad deal with this 90-day fiance woman. She kind of scammed me out of a lot of money. So I'm not getting any more vasectomies for some, dude kind of catfish me. Have you ever been catfished?
No.
Oh, well, let me tell you. Mom!
Yes, Alex?
Hey, Mom, I've noticed that you've been monitoring my emails and my personal photos a lot lately. What's that all about?
I was just a little concerned by your OnlyFans, let's say preferences.
My girlfriends? Yeah, my OnlyFans, the girls that I'm dating, that I pay them a lot of money and that we're dating.
Well, Alex, some of them aren't technically girls.
That's not here. That's not important. It's not about their gender. What is important is that you're spying on me. So what did I do? I came up with a plan, and I went through all your old stuff, and I found this beautiful suit. It's a little big, but I had to say, Mom, why do you have a men's suit?
Alex, I went on a date with Magic Johnson in the 70s. It was pre-HIV. He did not touch my anus. But I guess he left it at the house after our little bang-a-rang.
Mom, that's disgusting, but can you even...
you haven't...
Mom,
You
quit
haven't
talking
been
about
an
your
NBA
experience with
player.
Magic Johnson.
Okay, well, you just trust me. An NBA player, woo!
Okay,
Never
we got
go
it,
back.
Mom, we got it. You like his big dong. Tell me this. In the metaverse, is HIV one of the most vicious viruses? Or is it kind of, small compared to the Chinese malware that's infesting your metaverse?
Well, when I was transhumanized in the metaverse, they actually gave me a digital vaginal canal.
Okay, Mom, I'm sick of your digital vaginal canal talk. Listen, if you do not stop spying on me, you see this little trinket, your favorite little
Alex,
trinket?
That's priceless. You can't destroy that. That's from your great-great-great-grand.
Oh, well, Mom, let me tell you something. Show this camera. Show this camera right now.
No.
Yes,
Alex,
Mom,
please
this is
don't.
what you get when you look at my emails. Stop looking at my emails. Oh, you remember what you got me this for Easter? My little Easter basket when I was 11, Mom? I hate Easter. I'm sick of Easter.
Alex, that's what I stored your foreskin.
Okay, Mom, are you okay, Libby?
Sort of.
Oh, wow. Did she sign the insurance policy before she came on set, Jimmy?
No.
She did not sign the waiver! She didn't sign the waiver! Tell the midgets not to come in! Tell the midgets not to come in!
Okay.
Tell security right now she didn't sign the waiver! It's not funny, Mom!
Alex, I can't handle this.
Mom, get the hell out of here, Mom! Get the hell out of here!
Okay.
All right.
That was really intense.
That was actually kind of calm for how we usually act.
Really?
All right, yeah, well, this is a weird show. All right, guys, Birch Gold, you might have heard about it. It's, something we should all be thinking about. Inflation has consequences. As the Fed raises interest rates to combat the out-of-control government spending, long-term bonds have diminished in value, crippling banks. Depositors are holding their breath, and investors are bailing on bank stocks. Diversification has never been more important, Libby. The recent surge in gold prices is directly tied to the extreme market volatility right now. This is why gold has historically been a great hedge against the stock market and against inflation. Now would be a great time to diversify into gold with Birch Gold Group. Birch Gold makes it easy to convert an IRA or 401k into an IRA in precious metals. Here's what you need to do. Text ALEX, ALEX, to 989-898. That's hard, 989-898 to get a free info kit on gold. Give me the gold. They'll help you convert your existing IRA or 401k that's tied to a volatile market into an IRA in precious physical metals. Gold and silver, baby. And that's the best part. It's tax sheltered. Text ALEX to 989-898 to claim your free info kit on gold today with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, thousands of happy customers and countless of 5-star reviews. Birch Gold is who you can trust to protect your future. Text ALEX to 989-898. Woo! We did that, and I didn't even say the N-word during that ad read. That's good. They're probably going to stay advertising.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's the first time I've done that without saying that accidentally. All right. I'm kind of hungry.
You're going to go back to that one, huh?
Yeah, I'm just.
Do you have anything else in there?
Oh, yeah, I think there's some hairspray.
Is that like a good sauce for it, maybe?
I don't think this works. But hey, do we have any flames? I need a torch. Do we have a knife or a gun?
We remember our fire safety briefing.
Oh,
We
yeah,
had
yeah.
to
I
get
actually
that out.
burnt one of the crew.
Is there any Band-Aids in there for Libby?
Are there any Band-Aids?
Are they really?
No.
It's okay.
There's
It's not bleeding.
There's an old beer bottle.
It's just a little scratch with some toilet paper sticking
Well,
out of
that
it.
might work. That little piece of paper.
Yeah,
It's
you want-
okay.
you
It's not
sure? It's sanitary. It's pretty clean. We can just rub
Totally
it on the
okay. I got it.
There's just a little. I mean, it's just a little beer residue. I
Hey,
mean-
our next guest is ready.
I'll
Okay,
take
our
my,
next guest is
take
here.
my
All right.
chances.
Well, we now welcome on a man who has a PhD in evolutionary biology, but is actually a bigot because he believes that sex is binary. Please welcome on Colin Wright. Colin,
Thanks for having me.
No.
It's a good bio.
No, let me tell you something. I have a penis, but I can be a beautiful woman.
Possibly.
Possibly is correct.
Well, a penis actually does not define an individual's sex, so
That's what I've been saying. And they're always like,
organisms-
Alex, you have a small penis. That means you have small penis energy. I have big penis energy. So that's what I'm saying. A penis doesn't define things, right? Is that correct? Is that what you're saying?
well, there are plenty of organisms that have males and females that don't have penises. So, in some
What?
technical
Wait.
sense, you don't need a penis to be a male.
We're getting kind of in the weeds right here. We're with I don't know if
In
you
humans, we do. Just to make that clear.
Well, I'm not necessarily 100% human, but before we get into my transspeciesism, I want to welcome on the Post Millennial Editor-in-Chief, dog, the one, the only, your friend, Libby.
Hey, Colin.
How's it go, Libby?
How's it going?
I kind of see some sexual chemistry or some sexual energy in the room now all of a sudden. Why is that, Colin? Because let me just tell you something. If you're trying to steal Libby from you, I swear to God, I'll reach through that computer right now. I will reach through that computer.
I am here to talk about biological sex, I suppose. So,
Well, I think she wants to have some
Take a little
biological
while,
sex, maybe with me, hopefully. So yeah, that's what we're here to talk about. And I don't want you cock blocking me and my biological sex.
go for it. You can always turn off the monitor.
Oh, so now I need
Wow.
your permission to go
Wow,
for it,
okay.
Colin. You know, you're the guest on my show. I give the guest permission, okay?
You have the floor.
So, what's the deal with Hunter Biden smoking all that crack? Is that good or is that bad or is that just something we shouldn't worry about?
I'd probably lay off it, personally. I haven't tried myself, but
You'd lay off the crack.
probably not a good... Yeah, I lay off the crack.
Well, okay, well, what about all the great people that have smoked crack and achieved great things?
Like Marion Barry.
Yes, and then we don't even
What could
forget-
they have achieved if they weren't smoking crack? That's what...
Well, Colin, not to be a contrarian, but Bill Clinton's own brother, what was his name? Richard Clinton or something?
I have no idea.
I don't even know. But Bill Clinton's own brother went to jail for cocaine, and he became president of the United States. So in a way, maybe that's good. Okay, tell me this. This is what they say. The amount of people that identify as non-binary or transgender has increased exponentially in the past, let's say, 20 to 30 years. Even more so when you compare the 60s to today, to the 20s, whatever you want to call it. The number's kind of alarmingly high, and you could argue that it's not just social acceptance on why this number is increasing so much. So, Colin, the reason why I ask you, if you look at the same rates of autism skyrocketing, a little known fact that people are not talking about, a lot of people that identify or say that they have gender dysphoria, that are non-binary, that they're the opposite sex, are oftentimes autistic. So where does autism come into play when we're talking about gender ideology?
Yeah, so that can definitely play a role. There's this thing about being underdiagnosed. So we see a lot of kids who are presenting, saying that they're gender dysphoric when this could just be related to autism. They tend to be more likely to have like black and white thinking. They tend to be kind of gender nonconforming, especially if you're a girl. You tend to have more male-like interests, which according to gender ideology, it's defined, you're a boy if you sort of identify with boy-like behaviors and likes and interests and all that stuff. And it's much more difficult to diagnose autism in girls. So this is probably creating somewhat of a perfect storm where we're seeing undiagnosed autism sort of being expressed as gender dysphoria as sort of the diagnosis du jour. And it's a big issue. I think we're seeing a lot more people trying to put pressure on the whole autistic side of things to untangle that bit of the puzzle.
Mark Twain once said, the two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. Why were you born, Mark?
Why was I born?
His name is Colin, not Mark.
Yeah, it's Colin.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Well,
Mark, are you is your name Mark or Colin? Because I have written down here, your name is Mark
Alex,
Twain. It says Mark Twain is on this sheet of paper.
I forgot to indicate that those are quotes from other people.
Oh, this isn't Cole? Oh, shit, dude. Oh, that's Mark Twain.
Yeah.
Oh, I know him. He wrote Harry Potter, right? That's
That's the one.
a trans exclusionary
for
radical
sure.
feminist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Mark Twain.
Oh, I apologize, Colin. That's on. I goofed. I was a goof.
I can identify as Mark for this conversation.
Well, what's the reason why you were born then,
You want me
Colin?
to answer where I came from?
Well, no, I thought this was your quote. Apparently, it's some Mark Twain guy I never heard of. The two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. So why the heck were you born, according to Mark Twain, Colin?
Well, I don't know if there's like an ultimate sense of, cosmic importance, but on a smaller approximate sense, I'm the result of a sperm and an egg coming together, and I gestated in my mom's womb, and I was born, and I've developed, and I've turned into an adult, and now I'm on your show. That's
Wow. I'm a little bit of a
nerdy.
sperm expert myself. Okay, all right, here's another one of your quotes. There is enough in the world for everyone's needs, but not enough for everyone's greed. Mahatma Gandhi. So why did you write that quote? What's that quote all about?
I don't know what that's about, but
You said, there's enough in the world for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. Mahatma Gandhi or something. What does the Mahatma Gandhi mean? I understand the other part.
I mean, there's a lot of greedy people out there who are taking resources from people, but that's all I got on that.
Okay. All right. So greed is not good?
Mostly not, probably. I think there could
Well-
be other forms that can drive people, but
Let's be honest. During the pandemic, I went to Walmart and there was just a run on toilet paper. And I kicked like 5 different housewives' asses. I was just like punching women. I was like kicking their ass. And I had so much toilet paper. I still have toilet paper from the pandemic.
Why didn't you just order it?
Well, I don't like Amazon. They sold me a bad transhumanist model of my mom, and now she's
Oh,
spying
that
on me
makes sense.
digitally. So, yeah, no, what I'm saying is, was it bad that I greeted and hoarded all that toilet paper? Because now I haven't, I've been wiping like a king, as they say.
How do you still have it left?
I bought a lot, Libby. A lot of people were injured in the purchasing of this toilet paper. It was a crazy time. Do you remember the pandemic?
Not very well, no.
Do you remember the
if you
pandemic?
didn't hoard it, someone else would have. So
That's
there's sort of a game theory aspect to it where you should probably just hoard as much as you can because the next person coming along is going to buy everything as well.
So, Mr. Twain, you wrote some book or something. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I have not written a book, but I wrote an article.
An article?
About
Does
this.
it have nudity in it?
No, but it talks about sex. Quite
Oh, does it talk about big tits? I love when it talks about tits.
Not quite, but I mean, you can get there. It's all part of it.
Well, you can't have sex without tits. That's just basic biology.
That's true. We'll go with that.
This Mark Twain guy is pretty smart, Jimmy. Whoever booked this guy is brilliant. I love this guy.
I saw him on Twitter, wrote in the Wall Street Journal. I'm like, this would be a perfect thing for the show.
Wall Street Journal, that's one of those fake news journals that Donald Trump always talks about.
Exactly. That's
Wait.
why I was shocked he wrote on the two gender theory. It's an antique theory.
No, shut up, Jimmy. I have a real question.
Okay.
Did you know the Wall of Wall Street was built by actual slaves?
I did not know that.
Google it. Google it right now.
No,
Somebody Google that right now.
I just did. It was built by Italian immigrants. I don't know if that really counts.
They were slave immigrants,
Okay.
all right? And you can argue that a lot of Italian friends, Tony Soprano, they oftentimes identify as partially black.
Is that a fact?
Can you fact check that? Jimmy, can you fact check that?
I have fact checked it. There's a lot of different terms. There's meatball. There's gabagool. Nothing really with the black community.
What about eggplant?
You know? Fuck, Alex.
What about eggplant? It is literally the emoji for black penis, and it's one of the most popular vegetables in Italian cuisine. Oh, so now I'm just a conspiracy theorist now.
I think
Now I'm just making up conspiracies now, Jimmy.
I think that was cultural appropriation.
That's not cultural appropriation. It's a purple penis.
You know what? You're right.
Thank you.
You're right.
Thank you. All right, so Colin Twain, right? Is that correct?
You got it.
You'd be in a nice house. Seems like you're doing well financially. How much money do you have in your bank account?
That's a fake brick wall back there. That's wallpaper.
I don't care how much. What is your last 4 of your social and your mother's maiden name?
Might have to keep that one confidential.
Oh, so you're going to come on my show? You're not going to answer the hard questions. You're not going to answer the tough questions. Oh, Mr. I'm a journalist. Oh, I'll answer anything. Oh, I'm transparent. I asked you a simple question. What is your mother's maiden name? What are the last 4 of your social security number? That's it. Ooh, no, I got the big tough journalist. Exposing truth. Won't even answer a simple question. Well, here's mine. 9987. Hayden, I don't care what you take from me because I don't own anything. I'm actually in massive debt.
Alex, what
Yes,
did I
Mom.
tell you about losing your temper with
All right.
the guest?
Yeah, I know.
Colin's
It
a
messes up the
very nice
microphone.
man.
Everybody gets mad. I know.
No, he has a PhD in evolutionary biology. He's written
Okay,
for
go
the
to
Wall
him.
Street
Go to him.
Journal.
Go.
Show
Shut up,
him
Mom.
some
Shut up.
respect.
Go. So you're an evolutionary expert, I see.
Yeah, they say so.
So you say that I evolved from pond scum.
I don't know if I'd put it that simply, but things that we might identify as pond scum today. Yeah,
Doesn't that
I would
sound
agree.
retarded?
Well, this is over a very long period of time,
I mean,
Slow change.
time. I mean,
accumulating complexity, billions of years. A lot can happen.
so Colin Wright, Twain. All it takes is lightning to strike the primordial soup in time. Because let me tell you something. I had a primate on this show and actually got monkeypox. Not having sex. We did not have sex. We just kind of sucked on a monkey banana together. That's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is, I'm different than a monkey. You know what I mean? And so I'm saying they got these transitional species, right? Where are all those dead monkeys? You know, where's the transition? Where's like half Alex, half monkey? You know, that's what I'm saying? Like, why aren't there these superhumans? And then what about this, Mr. Evolutionary Expert? What about giants? You ever heard about that, Libby?
About giants?
About giants.
Have I heard about giants?
You ever heard about giants?
Like,
Nephilim.
No. Like real ones?
Colin, have you ever heard about Nephilim giants?
No. Like Goliath?
Yes, like Goliath.
No.
Like he was a separate species?
Yes, you didn't know that the Smithsonian has bones that are the size of buildings, supposedly, Colin. That is what they said, is that that a third of the angels were casted out of heaven. They came down and these angels were banging these giants, and then we are like the retarded offspring of them, according to the Church of Scientology.
I think that sounds totally crazy.
Well, Scientology is crazy, but guess what? It costs a lot of money and it's worth it. Colin, are you willing to join the Church of Scientology?
Not readily, no. I might have to say no to that one.
Okay,
Although
well,
I do know
that's
people
rude. You
who've been
could've just said maybe.
excellent.
Could have said maybe. Now the whole church is going to come after my ass.
No, I'll
I'm here to
I'll take the
recruit
pitch.
people. I'm not even here to do a show. I'm just trying to get people to join our cult. I mean, our religion. I can't even do it. I can't even get this cool evolutionary guy. Dude, Ron Miscavige, they would love your ass because listen.
Isn't he like wanted for his wife
For
being
murder.
missing?
Yeah, his
or
wife is
something?
missing and she's doing fine.
She's been missing for a long time.
Yeah, she's fine. Let me tell you something. When you're dead, you feel no pain. So she's perfectly fine. Colin,
Very rational.
I had a few more of your quotes. I guess I threw them away.
I think you chucked it. Sorry.
Okay. If sex is binary, what's a threesome?
That is, well, a combination of multiple sexes in a room.
I don't know.
Still two sexes in the sex act.
What about pronouns? People that use pronouns, does that mean they're automatically gay?
I wouldn't say they're gay, but I'd say there's something wrong with them, probably, yeah.
Doesn't everybody use pronouns?
No, I don't.
I mean, when you speak, you use pronouns.
I don't really speak very well.
Okay. We'll just go with that.
You know, I thought Mark Twain was a bigger guest. We only have
Well, I was hoping Libby would ask more questions in this interview because she's more the academic.
Do you want me to ask questions?
Yes, please. For the
I
love of
guess
God,
ask a
some
question.
questions.
Ask a question. I'd love to. Yeah, ask. Go ahead. Ask a
just, like,
question. No, Libby, ask
afraid
a
of the
question.
sense of the-
No, you're the host of the show. You ask Mr. Twain a question. You're gonna. Oh, you got such good questions. You come on my show. Ask away. Ask him. This guy won't even answer. He won't even give us his mother's maiden name or his social security. Oh, you two, look at this. Oh, look at the sexual energy. The chemistry's off the charts. Okay, before you guys make love on the screen, ask him a question, Libby. Oh, I'm an editor. I edit stuff. Ooh, I edit stuff too. Pornhub videos. Go ahead, please.
I'm terrified.
You should be scared.
You already smashed glass all over me.
I'm going to smash a bunch more glass. So ask the question. We're running out of time. He's got to go.
Libby, I told Alex to ask
just
him
put
why
these
he
over
thinks sex
here.
is binary, because that was his Wall Street Journal
Jimmy,
article.
shut
So now you ask him.
up!
I'm helping out our
For the love
guests.
of the Lord Jesus Christ, shut up!
Okay.
This is giving me really bad flashbacks to my
Yeah,
childhood.
PTSD. Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
Of a terrible
just
vacation. Yeah, of
my
a
parents
horrible
would
time.
scream at me, and I would
Let's
just
get into
sit
that.
there
When they
and
would
be
scream
like,
at you,
okay.
how would that make you feel when your dad would yell at you?
Really, I would literally just sit there and not say anything and wait for it to be over.
So you would shut down. You would internalize it.
Yeah, just like I did with this whole glass breaking thing.
Well, a lot of people say that internalized pain will just, bubble and, overflow and come to the surface and cause you to shoot up a school, full of
Yeah,
kids.
sure. I don't have any guns.
You don't need a gun.
No, you just need a knife to shoot up schools, and then other people can do school
you get a
walkouts.
slingshot and you have mini knives.
Oh, like Goliath.
Kind of. All right, before you go, Mr. Twain,
biblical.
tell us, how can we support you and how can we find you?
Well, you can go on my Substack. It's realitieslaststand.com, where I write about a lot of stuff about sex and gender and give some biology lessons that I frankly shocked I'm having to give to adults. But go there. I write all kinds of stuff. It's like a magazine. Follow me on Twitter at SwipeWrightW.
Oh, his name's Colin Wright, not Mark Twain. Why didn't you have that on the screen the whole time, dude?
It's been literally on the screen the entire time.
Oh, but he didn't make it big on the screen. I could only see it when it's miniature. Now you're like full blast, so now I can tell. All right, last question before we go. You talk about sex a lot. Are you getting laid at least?
Pretty good, not gonna lie. Playing.
He's banging lots of chicks. All right, guys. The fabulous Colin Wright. Thank you for being a good sport. See you soon.
Thank you.
Wow, I would have thought Mark Twain would be a little, spicier, zestier. He was just talking about sex the whole time. Pervert. What a weirdo.
Mark Twain was really a lot better when he did that guest spot on Star Trek.
Is that true? Was he in Star Trek?
Yeah, with Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg's not really Jewish.
I am not shocked by that. Are you picking garbage out of your teeth now?
There's a little toilet paper in my teeth, a little bit.
Okay.
It tastes, at first it tasted worse, but now that I'm getting more stressed, the flavors are coagulating.
You could just sprinkle some broken porcelain on it.
It's getting spicier. Let's go.
I oddly really would like Indian food now after this. Not garbage food, but
It's
actual.
just as good from the garbage.
Yeah, I'd rather
That's
have
the real
non-garbage
vaccine.
food.
That's the vaccine that Dr. Fauci won't tell you about. Little kids, they used to go out in the playground, and I would get a little kid, and I'd just put dirt in his mouth. I'd just hold his head down, I'd put dirt in it. And, I'm the bully! I'm the bully now! I'm the bully now! Here's the dirt!
You were that kid? You were as an adult you would do that, or when you were a kid?
All ages. But what I'm saying is, when the kid eats the dirt, when the kid's mouth is suffocated in dirt, he says, I say, young boy, I'm helping you. You're going to get bacteria from this dirt, and you're going to build antibodies.
So you would just calm down like that real fast?
Real fast, yeah.
Oh.
I go up and down. I have a really bad bipolar diagnosis, but I don't believe in modern science or doctors. So, speaking of that, we have a very spicy segment. Spicier than this trash can tikka masala. This is the first installment of the Love Blimp. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Love Blimp. I am your love pimp, Primetime 99 Alex Stein, and we have an incredible segment for you this evening. We have the lovely Paris. She's beautiful, strawberry blonde hair, has all of her teeth, and she smells terrific. And we have 3 incredible bachelors. Some of them are podcasters, some of them are professional wrestlers, some of them are just degenerates. But that's cool too, because we like all walks of life here at the Love Blimp. So, starting off, we're going to introduce our incredible bachelors, starting with bachelor number 1. Danny, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Danny. I'm a professional wrestler.
Yeah, so he's a professional wrestler.
Okay.
Some might say that's closeted sexuality, repression, that he just wants to wrestle. And that's what I'm saying. Some people say that wrestling's gay. I don't. I like wrestling. All right, bachelor number 2. Please, Mersh, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Mersh. I'm a comedian, a podcaster, and I believe the degenerate that Alex was speaking of.
No, that's not. I didn't label. He's not the degenerate one. He's not. It's
and
the wrestler.
I'm happy
it's
to
the
be
wrestler.
on the Love Blimp.
Okay, yo, thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
I, for one, love the Love Blimp, and my name is Royce, and the thing that people say the most about me is that I'm more attractive than Mersh.
Oh, that's
it's
true.
Weird.
They say that.
Everyone says it all the time. I don't get it.
They do say that he is.
I
one
mean,
of
I get it.
They're
but,
part of a duo.
I think it's mean.
He's considered the more handsome one, but the other one is considered the bigger dick. So it's kind of just size matter. Are you a size? First question to you, even though you're choosing, are you a size queen?
Size matters.
What? Size matters? No, are you kidding?
The smaller the better.
The
smaller the better, right?
Yeah. Does it matter, Paris? Yes or no?
Alex just gets up and panics and runs out of here.
Oh my gosh, we might just have to end this segment. I didn't realize that. All of my girlfriends said it didn't matter that I was small. They said that it's all about the motion and the. Listen, this game's not about me. The game's not about me. The game's not about me. It's about our contestants. All right, first question, Danny. If you could be any type of sandwich, what type of sandwich would you be?
Well, I would say Cuban, but Royce is down there. So let's say a meatball sub.
Ooh,
that sounds good.
Big meatball sub. All right.
Yeah, I like meatball.
Bachelor number 2, Mersh. If you could be any fictional character, who would you be and why?
I would be Batman, and I don't really believe it needs or Macho Man Randy Savage, one of the two.
I like it.
But I mean, I don't really think being Batman requires any explanation, right?
Do you like superheroes?
I love superheroes.
Ooh, good answer. Good answer. All right,
Superman.
number 3, Royce, my Cuban friend. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Ooh, and that's really okay. If I have any superpower, I would invent a ray that would turn anyone that's Batman or Batman-like into a poor loser.
Oh wow! I would have X-ray vision so I could see Paris's boobs right now. But that's
Mine would have been the ability to manage my own life.
yeah, that's his superpower. You have a good life. Bachelor number 2 has a great life. He's just selling
Bachelor
himself
number
short.
2,
Has
okay.
an incredible life. He's just selling himself short. Okay, Bachelor number 1. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. I hope right now in your head you're thinking, who am I going to go on a date with? Because we're going to have a fantastic time. We're going to the Olive Garden, unlimited breadsticks. He's going to be dipping it in the Alfredo and dunking it right in your mouth in a very sexual manner, in a way to try to arouse you sexually, so that one day, maybe tonight, maybe in the future, y'all could fornicate. But that's neither here nor there. Right now, we're trying to find that bachelor that you potentially could have sex with. All right. If you are a virgin, that is correct. You've never had sex, right? Are you serious? You've been deflowered? Have you ever been married, Paris?
No, I've never
You've
been
had
married.
sex before marriage? This is a Christian network. This is a Christian show.
Lord forgive me.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know I got
the
you.
question's not mine, but I would trade. The celebrity I want to be is Alex Stein, so I'll be closer to Paris right now.
Oh, and see, let's be real. Right now, if I had to choose, Royce is playing the game the best. Danny, the worst. Mersh in the middle, he's playing the middle guy, which I don't know if I like. I want to see a little more aggression. So now we're getting down, guys. We have very few seconds left in this game. So,
For sure. Bring it.
Paris, this is a question for the bachelors. Anal on the first date, yes or no?
Oh.
Is that a deal breaker with you,
All right, second
Mersh?
then.
No, Mersh, that's what I'm saying. Is that a deal breaker that she would not do anal?
I can wait till the second date.
Is that something
I'm a
that you-
patient
What about
man.
until marriage?
Wait, you just said that you bang a bunch before marriage. That you've never
Oh,
been
wait,
married.
so
you
the
were
other
just
guy-
on it.
so
Yeah,
the other guy gets to bang you before we're
That's
married,
what
but
I'm
now I have to
saying.
get
Well,
married?
Yeah,
That's not
what
fair.
the heck? No, if
Why
you
did he
gave
get
him
a
a
better
free
deal?
ride, yeah, Mersh deserves a free ride.
I've changed.
Oh, well, you better change back. I'll tell you that much. Okay.
Sucks. The other guy gets to have sex with her. This guy's not paying his taxes. I'm really angry here. I'm not getting anything.
And technically, if you're Catholic, anal sex is not taking your
I'm
virginity.
not Catholic.
Well, you can convert.
I won't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, Royce, please name your favorite Church of Scientology member.
Oh, this is a real Sophie's choice, but it's going to be John Travolta because he's totally straight and flies planes.
Yes, that's a good answer.
I mean, that's an easy one. Yeah, that's not that difficult, actually.
A
Okay.
lot of straight guys fly planes with their boyfriends. A lot of them.
That's
You know,
true.
It is what it is.
Really?
Okay, question for Mike. And we're getting to the. I hope you're ready to make your decision because any question now, this game's going to end and you're going to be forced to pick a bachelor and go on a date. And I'm talking about unlimited breadsticks. I'm talking about, ooh, hot. I mean, the steam is when they pull the little napkin. The paper napkins you kind of stuck to the moist breadstick. And
good.
don't worry, we're gonna just take the little paper off, and there's gonna be no paper on your little breadstick, and we're gonna feed you, and it's gonna be delicious.
Ready for it.
All right, Mersh, is Michelle Obama a boy or girl?
First of all, his name's Mike. All right. Second of all, it's Big Mike. All right. And I would go, yeah, dude. Come on, that's a dude.
Okay, wow. See, I'm starting to see Paris's body language, and I'm starting to hope and see that there's a little light at the end of this tunnel. All right, guys. This is the last thing. Other than going to Olive Garden, what would be your ideal first date?
Chili's, where I order coffee and the woman orders nothing.
That's kind of fair. Okay, all right, please, Mike. Ideal first date other than the OG Olive Garden?
Probably, taking a nice weekend of watching WrestleMania.
Ooh, Mersh, slow down. Watching WrestleMania in an Italian villa while eating pizza margarita with Italians?
Yeah, just hanging at the house, taking
No,
some
like
psilocybin mushrooms, hanging out with my cats.
What about that?
You know?
No, do not talk about your cats, please. For the love of God, do not mention your cats. Second of all, do you like WrestleMania?
Can't say I've ever.
That's a yes. All right, Royce, now, last question. Ideal first date?
Come on, Royce.
Also take mushrooms and look at Mercer's cats. No, I'm kidding. Olive Garden, I mean, it's really hard to top
the
the
best
OG,
Italian,
bro.
yeah.
It's hard to top the OG. But I'm going to say to make, at least for me, what I think is the best microwave pasta you've ever had in your life.
Microwave.
Yeah, why not? That's
Come on, guys.
convenient.
Oh, I don't trust Monsanto. I only make stuff that I could actually read the label of. I
Yes.
refuse. I don't
Okay.
have poison in my
Oh,
body.
yeah.
It's out really good in the microwave, all al dente style.
Yes. Okay, no question. This is the actual final question. Who was responsible for the terror attacks on 9/11, Danny?
Ooh.
Who's responsible?
A lot of people.
Al Qaeda or the United States government?
There's a difference?
Yeah. Why? Well, the United States government did create both. But who?
I am just going to say George Bush.
Ooh, I like that answer. Based in reality.
And who is that, Mike?
That was Mersh, number 2. Mikey in the middle, I like to say. That was him. Yes, it was. Shut up! That was Mike! Shut up, Danny! All right, guys, now, the time you've all been waiting for. Bachelor number 1, Danny. Bachelor number 2, Mersh. Or Bachelor number 3, Royce, the Cuban that refuses to pay tax. That's where. Number 2! Oh my God, take off the glasses! Stand up! Stand up, Merce! Stand up! Oh my gosh, we did it! Wait, guys, come here. We gotta see each other. We just watched the love segment, and because this is my show, I can't afford my own cards. I have to use Chad Prather's. But tonight, guys, we're going on a lovely date where these two lovebirds, they might make a connection, they might not, but you have to stay tuned. So be on the lookout. This was the Love Blimp.
The two lovebirds had a fabulous date, but unfortunately they couldn't go to the Olive Garden because Mersh is banned from every single one in the contiguous United States. But this didn't stop Paris and Mersh from hitting it off, and you could see the sexual chemistry during the entire date, the laughing, the flirting, and it ended with a spicy surprise. What you're seeing here is the start of a great and romantic relationship, where the sparks were flying worse than the terror attacks on 9/11. Now that is some spicy love.
Well, that was the first installment of the Love Blimp, so be on the lookout. We got lots, I don't think lots is a word, but we have lots more love connections that we're going to make here on the Love Blimp. Now we welcome on singer, activist, and potential psychic, the one, the only, Jimmy Levy. Welcome to the show, my friend.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Well, Jimmy, you know, you and I, Libby is on the show as well, but I'm saying I'm so grateful to have two people that I've met in real life, two people that I call friends. So, Libby, this is Jimmy. Jimmy, this is Libby.
Hi, Jimmy.
What's up, Libby?
How's it going?
So, she writes for the Post Millennial, and, you know, she thinks she's all smart because you can read and write all well. I think that's kind of annoying, to be, you know, completely honest, but what do you think?
Though.
What do you think about reading and writing? Is it all it's cracked up to be?
Well, I'm a songwriter, so...
So, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wrong answer, but go ahead. Don't say anything, Jimmy. Just sit there quietly.
Which Jimmy?
Not you, Jimmy, on the thing. Sorry, we have two Jimmys. Sorry, Jimmy Levy. The producer is named JVT. I'll call him JVT so we don't mess up. All right, stop showing him. All right, now let's go into a little bit of your career. Jimmy, now you're a famous, recording artist, and I talk about your activism. It was great. And we're going to talk about your flash mob that's happening in Ventura tomorrow, I believe. But before we get into that, I want to go back to your American Idol days. So if you got that clip, let's roll the tape.
Oh, God. Really got me feeling all kind of crazy.
Look at that voice. That voice is beautiful.
I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold.
Jimmy, you have a beautiful voice. Tell us about your American Idol experience.
American Idol was awesome. I was already, songwriting, and that's how I started off as a ghostwriter for a lot of the big artists and songwriting for a lot of artists. And I was, in and out of Hollywood, and then just being in the industry and, sharing some of my covers online. They contacted me to come do the show. Initially, I said no.
Wow.
And then I was like, you know what? I actually wanted to be on a show just to get roasted, because I used to love watching Simon Cowell roast people, but Simon Cowell wasn't even a judge. But I was like, maybe I'll still get roasted and it'll be funny. Instead of watching other people get roasted all the time during auditions, I get to watch myself get roasted. And I had an album already coming out with Rick Ross and with XXXTentacion. So, it was going to be in a while. So I was like, in the meantime, I'll do the show. And I actually had a very good time on the show.
There's a rumor that you had sex with Paula Abdul while you're on the show to stay on. Is that true?
She was not a judge then.
I know, but I didn't say she was a judge. I never said she was a judge. See, now you sound guilty. All of a sudden, I asked you a simple question, yes or no. Now, she's not a judge. That's not yes or no. Were you banging Paula Abdul to stay on American Idol? Yes or no?
No, I've been celibate for 2 years.
Okay, that's gay. Let's try to get laid, Jimmy. Come on, dude. 2 years?
Only after marriage for me.
Dude, I know, but you can get married in Vegas for like $5. Just get divorced. That's what I do. Yeah, every time I get married, I marry these prostitutes sometimes that I meet on Craigslist.
Wow.
You never seen the movie Pretty Woman?
I did see that movie.
That's a documentary about my mother and father.
Okay.
My mom was a prostitute for many years. She's one of the top prostitutes to ever come out of Evansville, Indiana, actually. There's like a plaque at her high school. So, Jimmy, what do you think about...
Did she have that dress? You know,
what?
that dress with like the little metal ring on it?
She had the little adultery thing.
Okay.
Libby's one of these smart brainiacs, and she made a point earlier. We were talking about OnlyFans models and how, they get a lot of heat. But she said...
Do you think Hester Prynne would be an OnlyFans model?
Yes, I do. But listen, she said that Jesus would be okay, theoretically, possibly, with OnlyFans because he was besties with Mary Magdalene. True or false?
That's not what I said.
Well, yeah, I know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you actually said. It matters what I articulated what you said.
Okay.
I think that's false. However, I do think he would be friends with the OnlyFans people still.
That's what I said.
That's what she said, kind of. But I think she called Mary Magdalene a big whore. But I forget what she said, the N-word, too, a couple times secretly.
Oh, my goodness.
You were saying it a bunch. You were talking about how LeBron James, and you're like, he's an N-word, and how... LeBron James, N-word, can't read a book. And I was like, this is very racist.
Oh, my
Libby.
goodness.
I was like, please stop saying this. We're on camera. And then you kept saying it. And then Jimmy started like whipping out his phone and taking Instagram videos. It was really weird. Not you, Jimmy, the producer. Are you talking while I'm interviewing a guest?
Yeah, I'm JVT, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Just
Shut up, dude. Shut up. We're almost done with the show. This show's been one of the best shows I've ever done in my life.
He had to take his ear.
I don't want you to ruin it. Sorry about that.
Damn, pop my ear.
Okay. Now, I want to play one of my favorite Jimmy Levy and high-res songs. This song's beautiful. Roll it.
This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war on tradition. This is a war on religion. This is a war on the children. They give you the cure with the sickness. This is a war. This is a war.
Now that's it. That is what we call a banger, Jimmy. So tell us about how you and High Res came together on that track, as they say in the hood.
So I had started speaking out. I got really nervous because I had a lot of friends in Hollywood, a lot of friends that are major artists that I was writing for. And once I started posting about, what I started witnessing, the Satanism that was very blatant in Hollywood. I got approached by a major label, and they offered me a deal, multi-million-dollar deal, and they told me, you can't talk about the V, you can't talk about the truth online, and you can't talk about God. And, I was going to sign it. I had the spirit of greed, and I was like, you know what, I'll put my mom in a house, and I'll shut my mouth for 2 years. I'll let them write songs for me. And one of my good friends was a heavy Christian, and he's like, bro, if you sign that, you're selling your soul. I'm like, but there's no ritual or anything. He goes, it's still metaphorically selling your soul. You're shutting your mouth to your beliefs, whatever. And he goes, he calls High Res. He goes, y'all have this amazing record together that we recorded a while back before this situation. This was November 2021. And he goes, well, you're going to this major rally. I was the only artist going to all the rallies for anti-mandate. I felt very alone. I felt very discouraged because I was looked at like, the crazy kid. And like, I'm actually not, I'm not crazy. I don't have to even say that, but you know what I mean? And like, I wanted other artists to come out too. So High Res was the one he called, and he goes, go be with Jimmy at this rally. There's going to be like 20,000 people there. Go film the music video for your guys' song. It's a great song. You should put it out. And I was like, well, if I put out this song, I'm not going to get that deal. And I'm like, and he really just talked to me about how evil it could be and reminded me of what my real calling is. And I didn't sign the deal. We go to New York together, Rez and I. Rez agrees to go. We filmed the video. We put it out a month later. And we put out the song. 11 hours later, I get an email with the lawyer saying that they're retracting the contract because I went against them. And
oh wow,
I was staying quiet. I deleted all my stuff off social media, but now they saw another song about the truth is coming out. And This Is a War was the first blatant one. The first one was Matrix, but that wasn't blatant. It was still played at like all the big EDM festivals, but this one was very there. But the 12th hour, the song became #1 in 32 countries. So
nice.
That was God saying, don't sign with Satan. This is what I can do for you. And then that's when I started doing the freedom music.
Well, speaking of Lucifer, tell us a little bit about satanic ritualistic abuse and the people that might practice this ritual.
Well, as we all know, Satan was the angel of music, right? He was the most beautiful angel. He wasn't red with horns and a tail like people portray.
Satan was sexy? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Satan looked very good. He was the most beautiful angel. And, he was the angel of music. But the thing is, music was made to worship God, and Satan wanted the people to use the music to worship him instead. God casted him down. But now what do you have? You have modern day Babylon, you have Hollywood, and you have all the musicians that are out of Hollywood, and music is the #1 force to bring someone to God or away from God, which is why the top charting songs are violence, sex, demonic stuff that you see, with Sam Smith, for example. Like, it's really sad to see what he's pushing, but at the end of the day, he's lost. It's not him. It's the spirit. It's not the person.
Well, tell me this a little bit about yourself, Jimmy. I learned this, that you consider yourself a little bit clairvoyant and that you can communicate with the dead. No, before you say that, my mother is, I uploaded her consciousness into a computer because I'm a transhumanist. So, Mom, are you there?
I'm here, Alex.
Jimmy,
hello.
Describe what my mother looks like in the afterlife right now. Describe what she's wearing. Is she in a thong?
Bruh.
My mom wearing a thong in the metaverse right now.
Do you want a hint?
No, I don't want a hint. I want Jimmy to answer it, Mom. Do not tell us. You better not be wearing a thong in the metaverse, Mom. Is she wearing one?
No.
Mom, are you wearing a thong?
He's correct.
How did you know that, Jimmy? How did you know? You are clairvoyant.
I'm not wearing anything.
Oh my gosh, Mom, that's disgusting. God, put on some panties over your digital vagina for the love of the Lord and Savior. Man, Jimmy.
Very nice to meet you, Jimmy. You're so
Okay, Mom,
handsome.
he's seeing you naked already. Can you just, it's awkward as heck up here.
He's celibate. I feel bad now.
I know, maybe send him some digital titties on the side, not during the show. Damn, Mom, give me a break. All right, last question before you go, Jimmy. This is a tough one. I'm putting you on the spot. What's the shape of the earth?
I believe in the firmament, so I don't believe in a heliocentric model.
He doesn't believe in the heliocentric model. I kind of like that sometimes.
Okay.
I don't like models. I tried to build a bunch of models,
Really?
and I just
I
got
thought
high
you
sniffing the glue.
Liked the models, and that's why
I
you
like
had the
having sex with a model, not actually building
OnlyFans
models.
models on.
Jimmy, you think outside the box. You talk to the dead. You don't believe in geocentrism?
I don't talk to the dead anymore.
You didn't talk to the dead? Well, you just talked to my mom. You just talked, to be fair, you're a liar because you just talked to my mom, Jim.
Oh, man, come on.
You just talked to my mom. We just busted you. Apologize to her, please, for seeing her naked.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Proverbs 31, Mom.
All right, Jimmy, I love you. Keep spreading those good vibrational energies. I love when you sing about the gospel. I love when you sing about the Lord. The passion in your voice, it's contagious. Keep it up, my man.
Love you, brother.
What do you think about that guy? He's pretty weird, right?
Pretty weird? Is
In a good way, right?
Yeah. You know what I thought was interesting is, the whole Sam Smith thing?
Yeah.
So Sam Smith came out at the Grammys or whatever, and he dressed, he was like, I'm a girl in a devil outfit or whatever it was about, and or non-binary or whatever. And then all the conservative outlets were like, that's the devil of Sam Smith. And then all the leftist outlets were like, oh, it's no big deal. Everyone's just getting all their panties in a bunch about Sam Smith. And I thought that was interesting based on what he was saying.
So what's the right position, though? I mean, like, there was a day and age when I was young, they'd have the devil in movies. What's that I can't even think of it now.
The what?
No, not The Exorcist. The one with Jack Black, where Jack Black, they were the Key of Destiny or whatever, the guitar movie.
Oh, Tenacious D.
They had the devil in that. I didn't think I was worshiping the devil in that movie when I was a little kid.
No, I don't think you were worshiping the devil. I don't think anyone was worshiping the devil necessarily.
Well,
with
if
the
you
Sam
watch Sam
Smith
Smith,
thing.
you're worshiping the devil or Lil Nas X, I think, right?
But I think the devil is in there.
He's in all of us a little bit sometimes.
Well, sure.
That's why we're fighting him. I'm fighting that beast every day.
Well, you have to find the light in your heart, really.
Before we actually hit the freestyle finale, Jimmy, I just hate to admit this. I want to apologize. Libby's actually bleeding pretty bad right now. I don't know if
I didn't want to say anything.
Wait, really?
I don't know if we have a camera on it. Here, come over here, Trav, if you can get.
I'm sort of like stuck in the chair.
I know, it's just right here on her leg. It's a little bloody right there.
Holy, are you shitting me?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I know. I just want to say I'm really sorry.
Yeah, it's sort of.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't show it that close.
It's too bad, really.
I don't want the Blaze to find out. Please do not tell Glenn Beck. I swear, if you tell
I don't
Glenn,
even know him.
Okay,
so.
thank God. And do not tell any, like, if you see any executive type people dressed nice or anything. Yes, hopefully they don't usually watch my show. Thank God.
Yeah, probably not.
The good news is you don't actually work for the Blaze, so this won't be an OSHA violation like your last mishap with the fire extinguisher.
Oh yeah, when I actually killed the crew member.
Well, you
killed
blinded
himself
him
with 2 bullets.
Oh, really? With a fire extinguisher?
Yeah, it was a Hillary Clinton type deal.
Yeah.
All right, well, Libby, before we end the show, though, I kind of want to dive into a little topic because this is a serious show about serious topics.
Okay.
You talked a little bit about how when I was yelling, how it gave you post-traumatic stress disorder memories. So what happened at a young age that kind of reinvigorates that pain when I yell?
You want me to dig into
deep.
difficulty?
Get the shovel out, please.
I got yelled at a lot.
Not enough positive, affirmation.
I didn't really need the positive affirmation. I just really needed neutral, and I didn't really get a lot of neutral.
Yeah, but you have to admit it's hard to be a parent. There's not any handbooks on how to be a parent.
There's a lot of them. Most of them are bad.
Yeah.
There's
actually books on how to be a parent.
There's a ton of them.
People buy that crap?
It's like a multi-billion-dollar industry. There was actually this book that came out when my dad was a kid. My grandmother told me about it, and the book said, "Don't hug your children because it will make them soft." And when she was older, she told me with tears in her eyes, I'm being honest now, she told me how much she regretted having listened to that book, and she wished she had hugged her children more.
Gosh, that's incredibly deep, but it kind of goes back to what I've been saying my whole life, that books are bad.
Right, yeah, that one was definitely an evil book. Yeah, other than that, she mostly stuck to the Bible, and that tended to work out okay.
God, that makes you kind of want to cry a little.
Yeah.
Your grandmother apologized because she read a book.
She did. She apologized.
Why did she read that book?
But she didn't. I don't think she apologized to my father.
And he got the most of the brunt of it.
Yeah. So
and then
probably.
That fell down to you.
Yeah, a little bit. But
That's unfair. You're just a young girl just trying to mature in this world, and now because of the repercussions of your grandmother reading a book.
Who even knows why things happen?
Well, I know why.
But I will say that every time my son wanted to be held when he was little,
You said no books?
I would just hold him. We read books all the time.
No.
Yeah.
You're still into books?
Yeah.
After all that's happened to you because of books?
After all of this, yeah. Yeah. And my dad used to make me read every day for hours.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
That's weird. No, I'm weird. I'm weird as hell. Wait, no,
real.
pause. No, time out. Your dad would sit down and say, read a book?
Yeah. for hours. He'd be like, you have
Would
to
you be
read.
drinking and be like, get all drunk, read, Libby, get in there and read?
No, mostly my dad likes to sit around and read. So I think it was like.
Could you choose what you wanted to read? Like, what if you wanted to read?
Sometimes.
Sometimes he would pick the crap for you to read?
Yeah, but he'd pick good crap for me to read. Like the Chronicles of Narnia, he gave me that to read. I actually quite enjoyed
The Lion, the
those.
Witch, and the Wardrobe?
Yeah, like the whole series though. Prince Caspian, the whole thing with the little, wasn't there like a little mouse?
I was the lion in one of those plays. I was an incredible actor. The actual teacher said I was one of the best theater students they ever had and that I was actually better than Leonardo DiCaprio. But
Do you know when I was in grade school, we did Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and I was cast as the Wishing Well. And I was like, the Wishing Well has no lines. Like, what am I even doing?
Yeah,
and
what
they
did you do?
they made up some bullshit for me to say.
gosh, this participation trophy crap.
4th grade, that was Mrs. Fife
Let me just tell you something. This is the last thing before we end the show.
at Hanover Center School. Can I pitch something though?
Oh,
before
please
we
pitch
close?
it all. Yes, before we go.
Okay.
The show's ending soon. Please pitch it
So
all.
we're ending soon, and I just want to pitch the Post Millennial, which is an amazing breaking news and culture outlet, and also Human Events, where we do a lot of opinion columns and some international news. Really great stuff, and you can check out our websites, and you can be a member and go ad-free, because our ads are annoying, and that's only $5 a month at thepostmillennial.com/subscribe. So now I've done my job. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it.
I just still, I mean, after hearing about what those books did to you, and now you're in the booking business.
Yeah, well, I don't write books, I write websites. So it's totally different.
A book and a website, isn't it all kind of the
not
same
really.
thing?
No, it's actually totally different.
Well, I don't know. That's debatable.
Articles are like 500 words, maybe.
And
Books
how
are-
long's a book?
I think they're way longer. I think they have lots more pages.
Jimmy, fact check that. Are books longer than articles?
I think they really
What if
are.
it's a really long article and a really short book?
Well, I think if it's a really short book, it's probably not a book. I mean, maybe it's just like
Okay, now she's a
papers.
book racist. Now she gets to decide what's a
It's
book.
just like
oh, now
pages
Libby,
and
I'm so
pages
smart. This
stapled
is a
together.
book and this is an article.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this crap. I'm the author of my own biography, The Primetime 99 Alex Stein Show. And you were a great guest. Thank you for coming on.
This cut leg is going to go
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
memoir.
It's just a little blood on the
It's gonna go in
leg.
my memoir.
Little blood on the leg.
All right,
Didn't wake
Libby,
up
just
dead.
don't forget we have to sign some paperwork after.
Yeah, we do need to get you to sign a waiver. Jimmy.
I just want to remind you.
Okay, we're gonna get the legal paperwork. We're not gonna be, liable in a lawsuit. And if she won't sign it,
It'll be the fire extinguisher for all of us.
Fire extinguisher to the brain. All right, well, folks, we end the show the same way every time with a freestyle finale. DJ, hit the beat. Ooh, I like this. A little techno song. And we got a cut on her leg. And it is a big glass shard in the calf. And I hope I made you laugh. Do a little dance. Yes, I like to prance. And I like a little romance. Blood on the leg. Glad you're not dead. And this is my big hat. I'm a pimp on a blimp. And you know I'm eating shrimp. I'm humping. All night long I'm humping with my dad. Mom, I love you so dang much. Where is this? You see this, Libby? We're gonna end the show.